Well, I really truly have a problem, I think. I'm not sure, so I'm going to ask you guys. Anyway, welcome to No Strings Attached Street Ministry. Throughout the last 20 years, 21 years, I've ran this ministry. And about, 15 years ago, I went to church and the preacher was talking about trying to outgive God. But he was talking, he was trying to, you could see that he was trying to get people to learn to tithe and, to give gifts and stuff to the church and to help each other out. And, it was really a beautiful service. But it sort of sparked an interest in me to a point to where, I gave, the 10% to the church and give that as a gift. I never really believed in the tithing thing. I don't think it's a law type of thing, but I think you should give gifts. You should give good gifts to even the people that you know and love. So I went home and I prayed about it and prayed about it and prayed about it. And I come up in my own thinking that, one thing, I guess I can't really ask for any blessings for what I do because I really don't give enough to even make a difference, and also it doesn't even hurt me in any way. Now let me get that explained, so you understand what I'm saying. Remember the parable about the lady and her child that gave the very last that she had. And God blessed that, even though it was mere pennies. But he blessed that. In return, give her enough oil to overflow and to even make a living on, to pay her way. I mean, the oil never stopped. But it just amazed me how God would take care of you. So I decided to put it to a test. I said, okay, Lord. I promise I'm going to try to outgive you your grace, which is almost, it's impossible. There's just no way you could do that. But that's what I tried. So the very next week I upped it to 20%. Upped it up another 25%. We kept that at 30%. And then I'm like, well, you know what? My ministry really needs more for what I do out there in the field as well. So I can't really take away from that to give to the church. So I went by and I talked to the pastor and I told him my dilemma, what was going on. And his words was, oh no, you've got to fund the ministry first because that's God's work. The church is God's work, but it's God's home. All the tithes come in as a cumulative, comes into the church, and the church distributes what it needs to do into, for the yearly plans of how we progress the church. That's what that's for. But yes, most what I would suggest, if you pay your 10% to the church, then that's fine. But the rest of it really needs to go into your ministry if you have extra, to be able to do that. I said, well, the thing is I planned on outgiving God. And he sort of laughed and took it and said, you can't do that. I said, I know, but I'm going to try. I said, because I love God so much inside. I love the people. I love his people so much inside that I'm willing to pay that sacrifice. So I give till it hurts every time. I've given everything I've ever owned. I've given away, I've given to others. For the last 21 years, or 18 years anyway, 15 years anyway, I've literally given everything I have. Every donation that comes in, everything. I mean, every single thing that I have goes back out to loving others. Because that's the kind of need that I see out there. That's the kind of pain that I see. But for the people say, well, Jim, you're just crazy. You're an idiot. Why do you have to suffer so much? I've seen you give your last penny over and over and over, and then you run out of gas and have to walk home. I've seen it many times. You give your last, and you go buy someone a pair of shoes when you look down at your own feet and your toes are hanging out. What's wrong with you? God demands you to take care of yourself first. I don't believe that. I suffer because I choose to suffer. So my suffering is different than their suffering. My suffering it's a holy suffering. It builds character within inside of me. Their suffer is nothing but pain. Their suffer drives them away from God's eyes because they feel like they've been defeated and abandoned. That's why it tells us to help those that can't help themselves, to take care of the widows, take care of the kids of the widows, the singles, the single mothers out there, take care of them. Go visit the ones that are in jail. Because they're trapped, they can't get it from nowhere else. And when you're in jail, trust me, everybody abandons you. Everybody. You're there by yourself and you're all alone. And you're surrounded with demons and the nastiness of the world all around you. It can easily consume you. So what do you do? I guess we'll take today for example. My checking account had a balance of $1.36. That's what it says. My bank usually hits my account for my monthly service fee on the 12th. But unfortunately, they haven't done it yet. I don't know why they haven't done it, but they haven't done it. And I knew this, and I'm like, man, I got to get something in before the weekend, or it's definitely going to overdraft, and then I'll be like $50 in debt. So I looked in my wallet, and I had $35. So I said, okay, so I ran down, and I put $30 in my checking account this morning, so that would all be safe and together. Left me with $5. And the reason I had held on to the $5 is because I was hungry. I said, okay, well, I'll just swing by and get me a coffee and a Coke and maybe a biscuit. We'll go by Wendy's or McDonald's, one or the other. I ended up going to Wendy's. See? Anyway, I do have a coffee. So I get it. I pull around, all the way around the building, and on the other side of the building is this little girl on the corner on the step of the building, holding a sign saying, please help, I'm hungry. Well, knowing me, I stopped and asked her, I says, are you okay? She says, no, it's just been pretty hard out here lately. The heat and the days being out It's just really been hard for us, for us all lately, but it's really especially been hard for me. I said, well, here, honey. I said, I don't have anything to give you. I just put it all in the bank, so I don't have any money. But I do have the sandwich I just bought. So I give her my sandwich. And I said, here, you need something to drink. So I ended up giving her my large Coke as well. I said, you want coffee or Coke? She's like, oh, Coke more than coffee, because I just can't handle nothing else hot right now. I said, that's fine. I agreed with her too. So I said, okay. So I gave her the coffee, or the Coke. And she was looking, standing at the window looking in, and says, sir, can I have that water as well? And I looked over, and I had like I don't know, it's not a 2-liter bottle, but it's a bigger bottle, like, I don't know, like maybe a liter. But, and it was a bottle of water. And sure enough, I said, sure, you can have that. And that was like giving her gold. You should see the smile on her face and just the relief. And it blows my mind when you have that kind of a relief feeling just by receiving something so simple. People don't realize what it's like to have nothing. And once you have nothing, and you experience that nothing, and you know what it's like to be without, trust me, it cuts right through you to the bone. So the moral of my story, am I right? Am I doing what God's asking me to do? Am I just trying to fill the void of the hurt that I felt when I was out there like that? I don't know. Have I got an addiction? Am I mentally ill? Do I not deserve to live without pain and suffering? I guess one day. Do I feel like I have to pay a debt? No. So tell me, what do you think I'm going through? Never really asked anyone else to psychoanalyze me, which I'm probably one that needed it the most. It's been a tough last 20 years. But honestly, without God in the picture, I wouldn't have lasted. I would have given up many, many years ago. And I know that for a fact. I think that's why I tried so hard, because I was so close of giving up. I think that's why I try so hard to help the ones that are at that point in their life, and do what I can to show them that somebody cares. Somebody. I mean, every one of us is guilty, We go through life and we let life get so busy on us. And all of a sudden one of our family members pass away, like a mother or father or brother or sister or whatever. Just say someone passed away. And you realize or even a good friend, and you realize, man, if I would have just remembered to call them, or just to say I love you the last time I talked to them. You know the hurt and the guilt that can come in on you like that. So at the funeral, you see all the people that loves them, and everyone shows up, and I mean, there's hundreds of people sometimes, and then there's some that only don't even have any that show up. But let's just say normally they'll have at least 50 to 100 people show up. Flowers everywhere, beautiful service. People standing up and telling stories about how lovely they were and what they meant to them. And I guess the thing that really bothers me is, why didn't they do that when they were alive? I mean, if you're going to go to that extent to love me after I die, I would rather you show me half of that love now, today, and nothing when I die. If you truly love me now. Show me you love me. Be a part of my life. Support me. Do whatever you can to help me. Stand with me in this world. That's what my heart longs for. I'm totally alone. I got two friends that I actually deal with on a weekly basis too. One is my older gentleman friend, which is basically my mentor, my confidant. I mean, he's been a backbone of me. And then I got another friend that we talk fairly often. But life is so busy. I mean, I got lots of acquaintances, lots of people that I would call friends. But I don't get the time or the ability to love them like the friend that they truly deserve to be. I call them, they're too busy. Or they can't meet up. Or they send my phone call to voicemail. And as you grow older, honestly, be honest with you, it hurts even more. People don't realize what it's like to grow old. Man, back in my 20s, I had no problem at all having people hang out with me and be my friend. At all. I was handsome. I was good looking. I had the women coming after me. You name it, I had it. Anything and everything I would ever need, I always had it. Great life. What happened, huh? And as you grow older, people just tend to not call anymore. They don't notice you anymore. You're not popular anymore. You melt away. You find yourself sitting on a park bench, just being absorbed by the world, that your light is being dimmed so deep to where you're wondering if anyone ever is even seeing it anymore. And then you crawl back into a shell and you're afraid to even try. But yet you see in their eyes, every old person that I ever see, you look into their eyes and you can see their body and their mind screaming at you. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm still 18 years old. I still have a life. I still love. I still am vibrant. Just my body is trapped. I'm imprisoned inside my own body. Life's too life's too short for this. God. All I can ever say to you, don't take life for granted. Don't lose its preciousness. If you know someone, if you love someone, if you truly, truly love them, let them know. Take a moment once in a while to acknowledge them and tell them that you love them. Hold their hand, show up at a birthday party, whatever. Let them know that they mean something to somebody at least, and somebody cares about them. That's one of the best gifts you could ever give. And if you see a homeless person or someone on the street corner, you see someone struggling, reach out. Help them out. Give till it hurts. I mean, damn it, give till it hurts. It's no good if it don't hurt. You don't appreciate what you've done unless it hurts. Go without paying your bills for that month and see what that is to get out of that because you cared enough to give and you took their suffering. But then also sit back and hold on because you're going to see a blessing that God will give you. It'll blow your mind. And you'll become addicted like I am. To where you try every single day to outgive God. Which I know is totally impossible. But until you experience what I experience every single day of my life, you'll never understand. Some of my best friends that know me very, very well, they get who I am. They get what I am. They can sort of agree with what I do. But for them to do it themselves, they just can't. What is that? I don't understand. Why is it so hard? But then the parable of the rich man just couldn't give it away. So he walked away in sadness. I mean, if they're a millionaire and they give $100,000, they probably don't even hurt. They make 50 grand and they give $100. Some of them cry like a baby. Literally, cry like a baby. I make $100, I give 99.9% of it away. Tried that one. And I really don't do it on purpose. Yeah, maybe I do. I don't think I do though. It's just how much is needed out there. I think that's what's really it's all about. But anyway, just wanted to come by and give you a little bit of a share with you and ask you the question from me. What am I? Am I addicted? Am I crazy? And do I need mental help? Do I continue on this war of holiness? Do I continue to try to outgive God? Should I shut the ministry down? Should I continue with it and go even harder? Give me some of your points of views in the description. Hit like and share if you would like to help see this channel succeed. I've been losing subscribers on average about 15 a month for the last year. Can't seem to plug the hole for some reason. My views has gone down to where I don't even get AdSense money anymore. So I'm trying to get more videos out there, so hopefully that'll help it out some. Just trying to achieve some kind of financial stability in some form, way, or fashion, just to keep on going and to survive. And way with gas prices and insurance prices and stuff all going up, everything seems to be going up right now. Makes it even harder and harder and harder for me to survive. But I guess that's life. But anyway, give me your thoughts. Maybe you can help me. Maybe you can help me heal, or at least understand. Of course, like always, I mean, if you'd like to help the ministry out, I'll put in my PayPal link, and I'll put in my Cash App link. You know, if you want to help that, look down in the description. I'll at least do that anyway. I'll put my email address down there as well. If you want to talk to me or contact me personally, just give me an email, and I'll give you the phone number to call, and you can give me a call. Or if you need my address to send something, I'll even give you that as well. My goal is to be a friend to anybody that needs a friend, that wants to be a friend. That's who I am. That's what I do. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Thanks for stopping by this beautiful Sunday morning. Bye-bye.